Hi friend, this is Alok. Welcome to Cybersecurity Club. Today we are going to cover a very important topic about OSI model. So this is very important when you are starting networking. So you should know the basic concept of networking, how data transfer from one computer to another, and how it functions. So let's begin. In this class, we will understand how OSI model works, what is the OSI model, and then we will understand like how encapsulation, decapsulation happen, and then we will understand for each layer what is the function of each layer and all. So let's just start. Uh, so first thing, what is the OSI model? OSI stand for Open System Interconnection. So it gives a conceptual framework, and you can say like this is a networking framework. We understand here like how data transfer when you use any application to send the data like HTTP, HTTPS, whatever you are using to send the data from one computer to another. So we will learn about this only in this video. So application layer is on top. I said like it's a seventh layer. Then it comes after presentation. It's on seventh, sixth, and then session will be on like it's on descending order. So application will be always on top. So application, how it works, like when you use computer, right? So when you use computer, you use application, right? So let's say you are sending mail. So it use SMTP, right? SMTP 24, 25 port number, TCP number. So let's say I'm using one application to send one mail from my computer to another computer. So how it function? We use one application called Outlook, right? So in Outlook, we write something and then we send to another computer, means another person with the IP address or no. Okay, so what happened? You use application. That application is SMTP. It works on port 25, and you write something. Hey, hi, this is Alok. So you put this message and you send to someone. So in application layer, you are opening the thing. So let me show you with example so that you will easily understand. Let's say I have two computers, A and B. So when I'm opening here some application, maybe HTTP, HTTPS or FTP you are using, or maybe you are sending mail from one computer to another computer. So they are on application layer. So so they works in application layer when you use any application like if you are using browser even you use HTTP and HTTPS connection, right? So you open browser, you open application here, okay, and then you type HTTP or HTTPS, or maybe you are using mail. Let's say you have to send a mail. So you use. So for example, I'm saying. So here you are giving https mail.abc.com. It is not exist. So this page is not coming. So I'm showing you like how application use. So I use this application, I use this browser to access something on application layer. So this is application layer thing we are doing on computer. Or I can give you one more example. Like I was saying, like I'm sending mail from my PC to someone. So it is not installed. Okay. So let's say you are using any application. So in present, this is work of application layer, layer 7, whatever we are using here, like a browser or either Outlook, we are writing something, and FTP also, it works on application layer. So you understand now, like whatever we are doing on computer, we are using browser, or something application. It works on application layer. It is function of application layer. But now, what is a function of a presentation layer? So presentation layer gives you clear idea like what you are going to use, right? So if you use browser and you use HTTP, he will understand like you are using a different application, right? So this will be responsible, this layer is responsible for your syntax. I mean, what you are going to write in format. Let's say you are using browser, you are typing something, or you are using Outlook. So Outlook extension will be different, right? So he will detect that you are typing in that one, that format. So this is layer 7 presentation, like how you have to present data to another computer. Let's say I have written, hi Alu, how are you? In Outlook, and I send to someone. I send to B PC. Let's say this is A PC and B computer. So I'm sending from A computer to B. So I'll write, hi, hi, hello, how are you? So the application went to the presentation layer. He will understand like you are using Outlook. Okay, and he will compress that one, that your data, and he will be encrypting that one also, and he will send the next layer. It's a layer called session layer, layer 5. So in layer 5, what is happening? It will check the session, like when you use net banking, right? So when you use net banking, first of all, it check the session. Like we have session with any bank or no, or it is a new session or what we are going to do. So session is very important when you access something. Let's say we have access any net banking. So session created, like this time we have send a request. I mean, timing, time frame, and all will come under the session layer. Okay, and then it comes for transport layer. This three layer, like application, presentation, and session, it comes under user friendly, like it is happening on user computer only. And transport layer is responsible for end-to-end connection, like it will transmit the data whatever you have write in three format, like you have open Outlook, you have uh, presentation layer says saying like you are using Outlook. He compressed that data, he sent to the session. He said see like session, what session means, what time you have initiated that session. He will add the time frame and all, and he will see the session is connected or not. And transport is like, let's say I have to send that data to another computer, right? So on transport layer, it will see like this is reliable or unreliable connection. When I say reliable, it's a TCP. It used two protocols here, is called TCP, transport control protocol, and one is datagram protocol. So trans TCP is basically, it give reliable. This is a reliable protocol. It does the three-way handshake before making any connection. It is slow rather than UDP, but this is reliable. It send the three-way handshake. It does before making any connection. So it convert in frame, and then it send the SYNAC and ACK packet. Handshaking happens in transport layer, three-way handshake on TCP only, and then connection established. So you will get the acknowledgement like when you are connecting to someone. So we are using, for example, I gave like we are using Outlook here. So Outlook use 24, I mean, I was sending mail SMTP. So that is responsible for, I mean, sending mail SMTP. So it is on 25 port number. So he will see like this is a reliable protocol. So he will send the SYN packet to a destination computer, and then he will be expecting SYNAC, and then acknowledgement packet will be sent, then connection will be established, and they started transmitting the data from one computer to another. And UDP, why we use UDP while it is not reliable? So this question always come. So I'm saying when you are using UDP, means it is a fast rather than TCP, because TCP always does three-way handshake before making any new connection. So in UDP, there is no three-way handshake, but there is no acknowledgement. It is very fast. When you use video uploading, video call, you must have a call, video call over the phone. If it is a TCP, then it will always make three-way handshake, and then it will create a problem. Like streaming will be very slow, even for video conferencing you are doing. So always, if it does three-way handshake, then it will take a lot of process, right? So it will be slow. So this way we use transport layer, and then network layer is responsible for routing kind of thing. Like transport layer only is for transmitting data. So he is ready with the packet, like from application presentation session, and then transport layer data will be added, like it is a TCP connection. Then it will send to the network layer, which is responsible to deliver the data. So he will check the source machine IP address. What is my IP address? What is the destination IP address? And he will receive that package. That packet comes to the network layer. He will see the source destination IP address, and he will send the data. And a data link layer is like basically it give a frame where MAC address is added, like unique identification of system is added in this layer, and then he will send to the physical layer, which is responsible of to send the data in electronics format. So this is how it works in seven layer. We will say like let's say I explained already, like A computer is sending data to the B computer. Sorry, let's say uh, A computer is sending data to the B computer. Either it is connected through wire or wireless. He must be using the interconceptual things like OSI model. So here I said like I open the mail. I'm let's say I'm using computer A. I'm using a mail, and I search in Outlook like where to send this mail. I put the address there, and then I write the message something, and then I send from here. So presentation layer, when you use the application, when you are using Outlook, application layer thing will come. Then he will your system will understand like which format. So this is Outlook. So in Outlook extension, he will understand this is Outlook extension, and he will convert in that one, and then he will send the session layer. Session will I said like when you establish any new session, like you need to have a time frame, like when you have a session, like when you have started initiated connection. So session layer will add his header, and then it will come to the a transport layer. I said like it works as a like TCP UDP kind of thing. So TCP is reliable, more reliable. It will see like it's a 25 number port which request is coming for. So he will understand this is a TCP connection. He will make a three-way handshake to transmit the data from one computer to another. Then it will come to the next layer. It's called network. He is responsible for sending data. I mean routing in the sense you are sending data from which which media, like one place to another, like IP framework works. So in data link layer, I said like error correction happens, and then it check the frame, and then it added a MAC address, which is a physical identification of system, and then it passes through finally from layer one is called physical layer. So he will transmit data in electronics form to one computer to another. Okay, so we'll understand here like what is the encapsulation and decapsulation. So I was talking about encapsulation and decapsulation when I was explaining how it happens in when you are transmitting data. So what happened? You use you open one application and you write something. So it basically happening on application and presentation layer. So let me explain encapsulation means making a bundle of your data. So first thing you open Outlook and you have typed something. Hi, how are you? Let's say you have put this message, and then you are sending to someone. Then it will be in box, and he will add the thing, and then he will send to the presentation layer. He will be adding the extension, what extension we were using. If browser with the HTTP, he will understand this is a HTTP request which is coming on port number 80, or if you are using HTTPS, then presentation layer works as a, like he will understand like this is for 443 request. So then session, I said like session is adding his data, upper layer data. This is called upper layer data. Application presentation and session is called upper layer data. So it is happening on one computer only, and then it's moved to the transport layer where I said like TCP will add the header, and I'll tell you about TCP header, what is there and how it function in next video. In this video, you should understand like how they adding package here. Okay, so here you see like TCP added the header on their layer, I mean on a layer, transport layer, and then it's sent to the next layer, which is called network layer. So I said like this is responsible for transmitting. I mean this is responsible for routing the data from one computer to another computer. So it added IP address and then TCP connection, and then it uses data. It brings the data whatever you have encapsulated in first three format. So upper layer data will be always there with this all packages. Like when it does the encapsulation, it is adding their package. Okay, and then it comes to the MAC address on data link layer. It added the MAC address, and then I said like it will send to the cable. Cable means if it is directly connected or from Wi-Fi, or how it is connected. I mean either Wi-Fi or the wireless. So I mean wireless or wired media would be anything. Okay, so he is sending from one to another computer. So what happened, like he sent this mail to the B. So B will receive first from media, right? When you are sending something, some data is coming from here, and it is coming from media. He send the in bit, and he will receive physical layer. He will see like this is a package. He will see that header, like some more header is added. So first physical layer will see this header, and then he'll send to the next layer called data link layer. So it's a decapsulation is happening from physical layer, right? So physical layer receive that data, he sent to the data link layer, and data link layer will see only MAC address because he is capability to see MAC address only. So he will see the physical identification of computer, source computer and destination computer, and he will not able to understand the IP header, TCP header, right? So what he will do, he will send to the network layer because it's encapsulated, right? So he will not able to understand, but he will sense like some header, IP header is there, so I need to send to the network layer. So network layer will see like this is this IP is for me only, and then he will also not understand the TCP header because it's a network layer. Then he will send to the transport layer, and transport layer see that header is for TCP or UDP. It does three-way handshake and connection established. Then it will send to the session, and I said like session will only see like when it is connected. If you see on transport layer where what I was explaining how session maintain after connection, after making TCP handshake, and if it make a connection between two computers, then it will check the session. Session means till what time it is valid. Session is valid till what time. If it is terminated, then on which condition it is terminated. If it is like terminated from the server, from client, we'll see the time frame and all. If it is a reconnection happen, then it will establish like, let's say your internet browser is very slow. Sometimes it happens like internet connectivity fluctuated, and you are using net banking, then again it connects with same server, right? So same thing happens, session maintain the session, and it will be some validity. Means session, if it is there, establishment is there, then you will able to make connection again. So then presentation layer function, like you will receive that packet. Okay, and after receiving that, encapsulated packet, I'm saying, then he will see like this is this message is for Alok user. Okay, so what happened? Like he will see like this is the Outlook message. He will send to the application layer. I'm using. Destination computer is using computer B is using computer Outlook, and then he will open the Outlook and he will receive the same messages what he sent from A to B. So I hope you will understand this thing. So sorry. So I explain what is encapsulation and decapsulation happening here. So what is the decapsulation and what is the encapsulation? Encapsulation, when you are writing message to someone, you are writing on application layer. I said it will upper layer. I said like application, presentation, and session is upper layer protocol. So in upper layer protocol only, user and user end only happening this thing, and transmission, I said like it add header segment. This is called segment is adding from there. Data you understand, like I have written abc.com. How are you, Alok, or something you have written in mail. So that is called data, and data is come to the presentation layer. It says like you have written in that format, and then session will be added, and then it comes to the next layer called transport layer. It adds a segment. In segment header, I'll show you what is there in TCP header. We'll see the segment, what is the segment, what is the sequence number and all, and we'll explain about that one. So try to understand here, we are adding each layer frame here, right? So each layer segmentation is adding here. So segmentation happen in transport layer, then IP network layer, packet header is added. Okay, packet header is added, then frame had added in data link layer, and it transmit data from physical layer. And this is a, encapsulation when you are sending to someone, and decapsulation when someone is receiving your data. So this is encapsulation, decapsulation. I hope you will understand this. I got many questions like how session layer work. Like, so I said like when B computer is receiving data, so first TCP happen. Which will come first? Someone asked so many times. So let me explain here. In transport layer, they receive the data. Okay. So TCP, if it is a TCP, then it does three-way handshake. So connection first and then session comes. Okay, so someone asked like when session and connection. So connection once connection established, it will go to the session. Okay, so it will see the session when it is connected. So I hope you will get this answer. And then this is all what I explained. One more thing I want to tell you. So we are having this media. Okay, so one more question I got from someone. Let's say here we have one switch, and they both two computers are connected here. Computer A and B is connected from switch. Okay, so just a minute. So this is not directly connected. Let's say it's L2 switch. Layer 2 switch, when I say layer 2 switch, it works on layer 2 and it uses MAC address only. So it has a MAC address, not IP address understanding on switch. Okay, then how data transfer from computer A to computer B? So let me explain this thing. I explained this thing how OSI model works. Okay, so here is, let's say, L2 switch. L2 which understand MAC address. But we are using computer which understand MAC address as well as your physical identification, MAC address and IP address both. So computer A, let's say he is sending one request on 10. Let me give IP address first. So 1 10.10.0.1 is sending data to 10.0.0.2. Okay, this is the IP address of both, and he tried to send one data. Okay, let's say he's sending one email or anything. He wanted to send this data to this computer. Okay, so how it happens? Because when you are sending something, so it's L2 switch, so he will not understand what is IP. So you try to send data on computer, this one. So you use IP address, but this L2 switch never understand what is IP. So what happened? Like when you send a mail, it will go to this one, and he will see like I got one packet. Okay, I got one package where many layers data is added here. Okay, encapsulation I said. When you are sending something, is called encapsulation. Okay, encapsulated packet he got it because he will not able to understand upper layer data. Okay, so he see the MAC address, and then what happened, like encapsulated data he see here. Then he's what he does, like he broadcasts that one, that packet, encapsulated packet. So broadcast will go to each nodes of switch. So computer B also receive the broadcast packet. Will say like you have sent a IP, right? You have mentioned this IP address. Okay, you have mentioned this IP address in destination, and you are sending with this source. Okay, so what happened, he will see this IP address like this, he will decapsulate that data. Okay, and decapsulation, he will see this is my IP address, then he will send packet back, yeah, this is me, and he will get the reply, and he will send the data, I mean he will be sending the data from computer A to B now. So L2 will not understand MAC address, but he will decapsulate packet. I mean, he will not decapsulate. He will simply he will get a bunch of packet, and he will broadcast, and then ARP will come. ARP protocol, address resolution protocol. It does the translation between IP address to I mean MAC name to IP. Whatever ABC you, let's say you have sent mail in mail. So abc.com, then he will sense the IP, and IP will convert it to MAC, and MAC to IP. Okay. So I don't want to make this large video. It's a 28 minutes happen. So let me stop this one. We'll meet in next session. I'll explain more thing here. So if you want to subscribe this channel, you can. If you think like this is a relevant video for you, you just share, subscribe. Uh, Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet in next session where we will discuss about the firewall. Things are going very back and forth, so I'm not getting time to upload everyday video, but yes, you will be getting one video at least per day, so you will be understanding like how things will be working. So one question also I got from someone, like when you are going to start F5 load balancer. So I'll be starting soon. So many things has started, I said things are going back and forth, so we'll start surely. And just subscribe my channel and click on bell icon so that you will be getting notification when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you like this. Thank you.